how to start a career as a real estate transaction coordinator. Right out the gate, I highly recommend you get your real estate license. But that is for someone that is continuously pursuing this as a full-time career, business, but not someone that maybe wants to do this as a side hustle or a part-time job just to get by. If you are pursuing real estate as a side hustle, just be mindful of the rules and the laws that pertain to what type of work you're doing, whether you're assisting another agent or maybe you're working with escrow. There's certain things you are not allowed to do with a license, without a license, and there are certain things you can do with a license. So make sure you're within those parameters and doing everything legally. Hello. We definitely want to take this career path seriously and get our real estate license. It's going to take time. It's not the easiest thing to get, although you don't need a college education. It doesn't mean you can just go in there and take it with ease. Some people can. I couldn't. I'm the type, like, I'm getting itchy, I'm getting triggered. I'm the type that needs to study and read everything word for word over and over again, take practice tests, take practice quizzes, get quizzed, get asked questions, and really be intentional about my studying. And honestly, that proved to me that I'm capable of working in this industry and truly any industry, because I'm capable of sitting down and studying and learning a craft and learning a skill and learning a subject that I really know nothing about. Although I've worked in the real estate industry for the last 20 years, there's still so many things I don't know. I renewed my real estate license earlier this year, and although I've read this material before, because I'm not practicing it on a daily basis, it's not top of mind. So I just forget some of these things, and that's okay. But it's also important to pursue continued education, even when you have your real estate license. And as someone pursuing a career, and if you are someone that is pursuing a career as a real estate transaction coordinator, your responsibility, whether someone tells you or not, it's on you to be accountable for yourself, to be accountable of the cities, the counties, the districts, the communities that you work with, to know what are the compliances that are required, what are the disclosures that are required. It's one thing to collaborate with a brokerage that you work with or you're contracted with to know what they require on a state level as well, but locally, every city, every county is different. And going back to getting your real estate license, there isn't just one license for the entire nation or world. I wish there was, where we all just could take one test. I truly believe we would all have our real estate license if that was the case, but there isn't. You have to take a different test for every state, at least in America. So I'm currently licensed in California. I also am a certified transaction coordinator through the California Association of Realtors, but that doesn't apply if I were to transfer over to the state of Nevada or the state of Texas. I would have to start from scratch and study their rules, their regulations, their laws. So a big part of becoming a real estate transaction coordinator is becoming well-versed in this industry when it comes to ordinances, rules, laws, advisories, disclosures, agency, and really just being able to provide and do your due diligence, to provide quality work, legal, ethical work as well. And also to maintain a business in this industry is not easy. If you're doing this as a business, you want to make sure you have the right mindset as well when it comes to running a transaction coordinator business or simply being a real estate professional, because you have to keep in mind you are self-employed, which means it's up to you to go get that money. No one's just gonna write a check for you every 7 days or every 2 weeks, not even monthly. There have been times in my career in the last 7 years where in fact, January 2025, I didn't have a single closing. And I've endured this before, but this seems to have been the darkest it's been in a while and the slowest it's been, simply because I've chosen to redirect and refocus my energy in other areas. But being accountable for your business is a major part in your success and in your progress, because if you choose to redirect your focus from your main livelihood into other areas that aren't making you money, where's the money going to come from? So now you have to get better at savings and investing and budgeting and time management and mental health and emotional, physical practices, because it all ties together. It all ties together. So if you're someone that's wanting to give up their 9 to 5 to be a self-employed transaction coordinator, I highly encourage you to do it. But be mindful that if you don't work on the in-between stuff, all you're doing is replacing your 9 to 5 for another job. You're just self-employed, and now you're responsible for everything around the clock. So when you get started as a real estate transaction coordinator and you have your license, and if a state does offer courses, or maybe you found a course online, which, by the way, go check out my video on how to choose the right course. I'll put it in the description below, because there are so many different transaction coordinator courses out there that you don't want to just sign up for the first one that pops up on the Google search, because it may not even pertain to the state you live in. It may not even pertain to the type of real estate that you want to work in. So as you're going through the steps, you want to decide, well, where do I want to service? What state? And then narrow that down. What counties, what cities, what areas, what zip codes? Then what type of real estate? Residential, commercial, land, mobile, manufactured. There's so many different types of real estate that you can work in and build your business and your services around that you don't have to do everything. You can just be residential real estate, commercial real estate. And the same goes if you decide to pursue being a realtor. Thinking about different ways that you can build your business, all is just a matter of choice and deciding, this is a lane I want to stick in for now. I can always branch out later, but for now, this is my main focus. And I truly do recommend you focus on a specific, they call them niches, genres, lanes, whatever you want to call it, but a specific type of real estate at first. I didn't even get into the subject to type of real estate, which is completely different. Seller financing, that's a world I'm not well versed in. And maybe as I progress, I will learn more about that. Will it be something I do in the future? I don't know, but I am curious, which goes into the category of continued education, is constantly educating myself in the different areas of real estate. So if anyone ever has a question, or if I want to expand my services, I'm well versed in that area. So those are some things to consider as you're embarking in a career in real estate and or real estate transaction coordination, because you are responsible for a lot. And I trust and believe that you understand that responsibility. This isn't just a quick buck that you can make in a day, because sometimes closings real, and I'm just giving you guys the real. I don't want to sugarcoat anything or leave you high and dry or make you feel like this is a glamorous life. Although I am working from home, I am comfortable. I have my music playing in the background. That's great and all. But those days when you're under pressure and you have too many closings, or you have too many emails and it's just you, or you don't have any emails, or maybe things are going just right, but now it's time to step it up. How are you handling all of that in-between stuff? So I want to equip you with the right mindset and tools to handle those in-between stuff, and just the awareness and the education and the knowledge of those in-between steps, like narrowing down where you want to service, where you want to get your license, who you want to serve. Do you want to service top producers? Do you want to service brand new realtors? Do you just want to service everyone? There's so many decisions that need to be made in this process, but that's why I'm here as well. I do offer one-on-one coaching to help alleviate some of that decision fatigue, because it can get overwhelming when you're entering a new world of, and it being your career and your livelihood. You don't want to invest time, energy, and money for it to fall apart, which is why I always think it's important to have resources, tools, and people in place that are willing to help you and get you on the right track, answer those questions for you, create content like this and other videos on my channel in order to help you in your process, make it a little bit more easier. I crawled so you could run, so you could sprint. okay? Whether you are just starting out or maybe you're in the middle of things and you had your first transaction, but you still feel like something is missing, reach out to me. I'm here to help. I'm here to guide you, help you, and visit my website, Transaction Care. These conversations are simply just to open up the dialogue. My website will have more resources, such as my private community membership, where you could become a member of my private TC community, as well as schedule a one-on-one call with me. Like I said, I offer one-on-one coaching. I'm also a certified life coach, if that helps you in your decision. I talk with you, we uncover and extract things beyond real estate. What's going on in here? What's your schedule looking like? How are you managing your time right now? What are your mindset blocks? What are you able to set boundaries? All of those things. What are your money mindsets? What are your money traumas? Now, it's not quite therapy, but it can feel therapeutic. One-on-one coaching is truly just a dialogue and us extracting through a lot of question and answers what's in your way and how can we get it out the way so you could move forward. But like I said, these conversations simply are just starters, conversation starters, opening up the dialogue, checking in with those that are just getting started or are on their way, but still feel like they need a little bit more hand-holding, which is fine. Don't feel guilty, don't feel shame, it's all good. 20 years in, I still need hand-holding. 7 years in, working solo as a business, I still need hand-holding. And even doing these videos, I still need hand-holding, and they keep me accountable. They keep me energized as well, wanting to help you all and be of service and be a light in this space that can often feel daunting and dark. So I hope this resonates with you. And if it did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you aren't already, subscribe. And stay tuned for the next video, because we're going to continue this series of just transaction coordinator fundamentals, transaction coordinator training materials, and ways that provide you with transparency, easy steps to manage on your journey in this field, in this world, in order for you to prosper and thrive. So until the next video, I appreciate you watching. My name is Lillian Hernandez, and this is Transaction Care. Oh, and you can call me Lilly. Care for yourself, care for your wealth. Your time is worth it. Let's coordinate. Talk soon. Oh, you know the drill. Before you go ahead and check out one of these other videos and double tap my smiley face right there so you can subscribe if you haven't already done so.